Yeah. Mm. What was the question I was asking is about
Sebi.
SEBI. SEBI का बारे में कुछ बताइए. What all you know about SEBI?
The SEBI means the Security Exchange Board of India. It regulates the stock market, securities, and it make a rule for investors who invest in the securities, and make a rule for investors, and also make a rule of the companies who are listed in the. It's regulate the companies who are listed in the stock exchange. They have to file a, and they SEBI play a major role to educate the investor who invest in the securities. Also, it regulate the dematerialized form, demat securities, and SEBI work on provide the guidelines to the companies, which has to follow, which is mandated to follow the company. If they not followed, they if they are not followed, they pay heavy penalties to the SEBI, pay the heavy penalties to the SEBI. And SEBI also play a major role when a company make a IPO and in initial public offer, and regulate the transaction of securities. And SEBI also uh, play a major role in when the company make a IPO, and regulate and make a rule all for IPOs. And as further the company make an IPO means initial public offer, and after that the company also able to FPO. They also make a rule how much shares are how much shares are procured by the QIB, and how much shares are taken compulsory for retail investors, and promoter, how much shares are taken by the promoters, uh, what are the minimum subscription for the company, otherwise they have to refund the money if not taken. The 90 company is required to at least 90% subscription. If they're not able to take a 90% subscription, company have to refund the application money. SEBI also monitor its watching the things constantly.
Can you tell me broadly what are the functions of SEBI?
The function of the SEBI.
आपने बोला इतना समय, but it was not specific. It was not covering some of the important work that is being done by SEBI. I am giving the link here. आप बताइए, what are the different functions of SEBI?
Sir, SEBI regulate the stock market, stock exchange market. SEBI gave a guidance how to take an IPO, how to take company IPO and FPO, and SEBI, there is a necessary for a company to give a red herring prospectus and draft a prospectus to SEBI, and after the SEBI approve the draft prospectus, then it will come to the company making an IPO in a market. SEBI also monitor that at least 90% subscription have been taken, otherwise company have to refund the money.
No,
SEBI
no.
also
listen, you are explaining more about that particular aspect, namely what is that IPO. But normally functions of SEBI बोलने से आप क्लिक कीजिए, मेरा जो लिंक दिया है उसको क्लिक कर दीजिए. क्लियर टैक्स क्लिक कर दीजिए. फंक्शंस ऑफ सेबी, फंक्शंस ऑफ सेबी नीचे आता है, देखिए. रेशियो एनालिसिस भी दिया है, बाद में आएगा, बट दिस इज सेबी क्लियर टैक्स.
Yes, sir.
हाँ,
Yes, SEBI is primarily set up to protect the interest of investor in security market.
okay,
It promotes the development of security market and regulate the business.
okay,
It provide a platform to the stockbroker, sub-broker, portfolio manager, investment advisors. It regulates the operation of depositories, participants, custodian of securities.
okay,
It prohibited insider trading, fraudulent and unfair trade practices related to security market.
correct,
It educates the investors, intermediaries of security market.
okay,
It monitors substantial acquisition of share takeover of company.
mm,
SEBI take care of research and development to ensure the security market is efficient at all times.
very good. That's all. That is the thing. And the authority and power of SEBI is given below: quasi-judicial, quasi-executive, quasi-legislative. Then
Yes,
mutual fund regulations by SEBI. इसको भी पढ़ लीजिए. Some of the regulations of mutual funds laid down by SEBI are, पढ़ लीजिए, sponsor
a
of,
sponsor of mutual fund on associate or group company, which include asset management company of a fund. So the scheme of the mutual fund in any form cannot hold 10% or more shareholding and voting writing asset. Management company or any other mutual fund. An asset management company cannot have representation on board of any other mutual fund.
okay,
A shareholder cannot hold 10% or more of shareholding directly or indirectly in the asset management company of a mutual fund. No single stock can have more than 35% weight in the index for a second sectoral or thematic index. The cap is 25% of other indices. The cumulative weight of the top three constituents of the index cannot exceed 65%. An individual constituent of the index should have a trading frequency of minimum 80%. Asset management company must evaluate and ensure compliance to the norms at the end of every calendar quarter. The constituents of the indices must be made public by publishing them on their website. New fund must submit their compliance status to SEBI before being launched. A liquid scheme must hold a minimum 20% in liquid assets such as government securities. A debt mutual fund can invest up to only 20% of asset in one sector. Previously, the cap was 25%. The additional exposure of house financing companies updated to 15% from 10% and a 5%. Exposure on security debt based on retail housing loan and affordable housing loan portfolio. As per SEBI recommendation, amortization is not the only method of evaluating debt and money market instrument. The mark-to-market methodology is also used. An exit penalty will be levied by only investor of liquid schemes who exit the scheme within a period of 7 days. Mutual fund scheme must invest only in listed non-convertible debentures. Any fresh investment on commercial paper and equity share are allowed in listed securities as per the guidelines issued by the regulator. Liquid and overnight schemes are no longer allowed to investor in short-term deposit, debt, and market money securities. Money market instruments that have structured obligation or credit enhancement. When investing in debt securities having credit enhancement, a minimum 4 times security cover is mandatory for investment in
mutual funds.
Mutual funds.
A prudential limit of 10% prescribed on a total investment by such schemes in debt, and this is what many mutual funds which are failing, they do not follow many of these conditions. They invest in unlisted companies, they invest in listed companies more than 10%. Likewise, that is why they are being put into problem. समझ गया?
Yes, sir.
और इसके नीचे में म्यूचुअल फंड सेबी भी है, इसको भी आप पढ़ लीजिए, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you go to the top, you have explore more, जिसमें फर्स्ट कॉलम इज जीएसटी. जीएसटी का बारे में बहुत कुछ आता है. आई थिंक यू नो अबाउट इट ना.
Yes, sir.
उसमें से व्हाट आर द कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ जीएसटी. पॉइंट नंबर 5 पढ़ लीजिए. कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ जीएसटी.
इसी में सर.
हाँ, इसी में से क्लिक करके पढ़ लीजिए. और if you can tell without looking into it, I'll be happy. No problem. Can you tell answers, or should I request you to go through that?
Sir, I will tell to
You will
answer.
you will tell the answers. Very good. Now tell me, what is GST?
The GST is actually GST is a good and service tax, which is the destination based tax apply on the goods or services.
What is okay? Now, what are the objectives of GST?
GST, or the objective of the GST is to simplify the tax regime in a country, India, and also that to remove the cost cutting effects, and just to make the tax regime simpler. One nation, one tax, by one nation, one tax.
Okay, what are the advantages of GST?
Sir, the advantage of GST is that the taxpayer can pay the tax in a single window, and traditionally we have to pay the separate tax like excise duty for excise duties, service tax, VAT, CST, There are so many tax, and now the government is simplify the tax and to pay the tax in a one portal, that is a GST portal in a government website, where we can pay the tax, we can register the GST, and we can we can file the e-way bill, and we can pay the e-vouching.
Good.
There are so many facilities given in one portal.
Very good. What are the components of GST?
So the component of GST are divided into two parts: CGST, SGST, IGST, and UGST. IGST is referred to integrated government state tax, and CGST central government state tax, and SGST is central state government tax, and UGST is union territory tax. Government has divided the tax into in SGST, CG. If there is an interstate sale, government pay when the taxpayer pay the tax, it is equally divided between the SGST and CGST. If we make an interstate sale, the government collect the tax through IGST, and government pay the tax to a destination state.
Good. Very good. Very good. Now, can you tell me what were the laws that were available before GST was brought? Before GST regime का पहले क्या taxes था?
Before GST regime, there are a lot of tax like VAT, CST, excise, service tax, and for manufacturing sector there is excise duty, and there is a importation there is a custom duty, and for services there is a service tax, and after there is a VAT for interstate and interstate there is a CST, and there is a wealth tax. There are so many. There are a list of 18 taxes, and government combine the 18 taxes and make only one tax, that is GST tax.
Good. Excellent. But इधर में दिया है central excise duty, then additional duties of excise, additional duties of customs, special additional duty of customs, cess, CESS, state VAT,
Yes,
central sales tax, purchase tax, luxury tax, entertainment tax, entry tax, taxes on advertisements, taxes on lotteries, betting,
yes,
and
sir.
gambling.
There is a combination of 18 tax. Government have removed the 18 tax and make only one tax, GST.
Super. We are told very nicely. How has GST helped in price reduction?
Sir, GST helped the price reduction. First of all, government has reduced through GST. Government has removed the cost cutting effect. there is in cascading effect, there is a double taxation.
Mm.
So
Good.
now government has removed the cascading effect, and GST, there is a, in GST regime, there is a no cascading effect.
Mhm. Very good, very good, very good. What are the new compliances under GST?
New compliance in GST.
Ah, apart from the online filing of GST returns, GST regime has introduced several new systems, that is e-way bills,
Yes, sir.
e-invoicing.
Yeah, the government has started a eBay invoices. That is, if every manufacturer trader who have a turnover more than 20 crore, they make a compulsory make a e-invoices with effect from 1st April. That is applicable with effect from 1st April to 2022. And government has also eBay bill to there eBay in eBay bill process. There is a when the goods are supplied from one state to another, there is a several checkings. The now government gave facilities in through eBay bill. Through the eBay bill, there is a no need to check from one state to another. Traditionally, if there is a transportation if goods to go for three states, then there is a authority there is authority for to check the goods at any point at any time. More than in three states, we check the goods at a three times. But now through eBay bill, government has to started. Uh, we can, if the goods are checked at one post, then there is no need to check in another post. Where with the government has detected through GPS in eBay bill, they can identify the goods are checked, and there is no need to other check. At eBay bill applicable if the goods are more than 50,000 rupees, the eBay bill is compulsory for the e-way bill is compulsory for the manufacturer. If the manufacturer there is a through e-way bill, government raise the if the manufacturers or traders do not raise the bill, and government can trace through e-way bill the goods are supplied from one state to another, and supplier has not issued the bill. So government can ask why have you not written the in GSTR one you supply the goods and your eBay bill shows that you have to deliver the goods.
Good. बहुत कुछ बोल दिया आपने. अच्छा, can you tell me something about TDS? What is TDS? How the scheme operates? What is the role of cost accountant in that?
The TDS is actually a tax deduction source. Government has applied to TDS. It is covered in the section 194 ABA. The TDS cover in under section 194. Through TDS, there is a every supplier who know who supply the goods as more than 2.5 lakh to particular customer who are the registered person supply the goods more than 2.5 lakh in a year, then he is liable to deduct TDS. When a customer government when the supplier raise the bill, he deduct the TDS. After that, he pay to the government. He pay the TDS amount to the government. Government can know that a particular particular debtor have debtor purchase the goods, and through TDS government can trace the goods are delivered to the customer. In TDS and government issue the TDS certificate, and when the supplier issue the TDS certificate to the government can credit the amount in the supplier.
Okay, now
showing their credit ledger.
Very good. Now, next question for you. Income tax. What is income tax? What is the present slab?
Sir, income tax is a direct tax. It is directly borne on the customer who pay the tax on your income. Income tax is income tax applicable on the individual achiever, business and professionals, and capital goods, and other incomes, and house property. In income tax applicable for individual HGF, the present slab is up to 2.5 lakh. There is a no tax, and from 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh there is a 5% tax, and 5 lakh to 10 lakh there is a 10% tax, and after the about 10 lakh there is a 20% tax. And government also give in financial year in budget 2021, government give another scheme in which up to 2.5 up to 5 lakh there is a no tax, 5 to 7 up 2.5 to 5 lakh there is a 5% tax, and 5 to 7.5 lakh there is a 10% tax.
Correct.
10.5 to 10 lakh there is again 15% tax. 15%, and 10 to 12.5 there is a 20% tax, and after that 30% tax.
No. 12.5 to 15 lakhs, 25%. Above
Yes,
15 lakhs, 30%.
Yes, sir.
Above 50 lakhs, 30%. What is a surcharge applicable as per tax rates? 10% of income tax if total income exceeds rupees 50 lakh.
50 lakh, sir, for
15% of income tax if total income exceeds rupees 1 crore.
Yes,
then 25% of the income tax if the total income exceeds rupees 2 crore.
Yes, sir.
37% of the income tax if the total income exceeds rupees 5 crore. Then
Yes, sir.
if time permits, you can make a mention about less than 60 to 80, above 80.
Yes.
The age. And
Senior
here,
citizen and super senior citizen.
yeah, and it seems the tax limit is same for residents as well as non-resident Indians. Yeah, excellent. You told all these things nicely. Now, what do you know about the present income tax filing, e-filing? Do you have some idea about it?
Sir, during income tax filing, government has provided the e-Sahaj, which is very easily that it is consumer friendly, that is taxpayer friendly. They can easily file the returns because there are a lot of things you have declared in one income tax return. Then another assessment year, it is half of the form already filled, and you have to fill you have to fill only necessary changes you want. Otherwise, all fields, all mandatory fields are already fill up form, and then the taxpayer can easily file the returns.
Good. What is crypto?
Sir, crypto is a cryptocurrency asset which government has now in their recently budget. Government has finance minister said there is a tax on cryptocurrency. 30% is a capital gain through capital gain, and after if there is a cryptocurrency more than 10,000 there is a TDS deductible at the rate of 10% in crypto asset.
So, what is the effect of Russia-Ukraine war on India?
Sir, there is a lot of effect on Russia-Ukraine war India because there is India is a developing country. He has to import various things from various products from outside, like government have to manufacture in auto. If we talk about the automobile sector, there is a government for automobile sector. There is a government need a aluminum. In aluminum, there is a requirement for making a steel, and aluminum there is a requirement of ferronickel, which is come from Australia to Russia and Russia to India. And Australia and America has banned posted a various section to Russia. That's why Australia not export goods ferronickel to Russia, and Russia not able to provide goods into India. That's why it cost 300 raise ferronickel cost raised $300 billion to $700 billion per ton. And there is also government. There is also in steel. There is a steel prices raised sharply at the rate of 15% at that time, and government face a lot of difficulties. Various steel industries says that we have to, if there is a government and not provide any solution, they have stop the manufacturing of the steel and aluminum products. And government has also taken initiative thinking
Yeah.
deeply, and also cement also, there is cement prices also affected due to this Russia war Ukraine. And for fertilizers, is actually India imported fertilizer from the Russia, and it is also affected in our agricultural sector, Indian agricultural sector, due to fertilizers are also coming from the Russia. And India and America also ban various sanctions on Russia. Russia also sanctioned they he cannot use the other countries the sea route, and due to the other countries have imported goods to India, they have passes the long passage. There is a transportation cost rises. That's why every product is affected 10 to 15% increase in price.
Very good. Now, a final question for you for today. Can you tell me something more about a country, neighboring country having much more crisis than India, for which India is trying to help? What is the name of that country and what is the problem going on there?
The name of the country is Sri Lanka. They have more crisis where India helped them.
Good, good, good. Very good. Yeah.
India help of financial problem like around $10 billion. India $1 billion India gave to the Sri Lanka. He faced a lot of difficulties.
Good.
The reason actually I don't know, but India helped them and gave a $1 because Sri Lanka ने एक्चुअली सर चाइना ने श्रीलंका को बहुत सारा डेप्ट दे रखा है जो उसका पैसा नहीं उतार पा रहा था, तो चाइना रशिया में चाइना श्रीलंका में अपना एक पोर्ट एस्टेब्लिश करना चाहता था, जो इंडिया उससे खुश नहीं था, तो उन्होंने उसकी हेल्प करी कि आप उसका पे करो और चाइना यहाँ पर अपना पोर्ट नहीं बनाएगा।
इसके बारे में थोड़ा पढ़ लो जी, प्रिपेयर कर लो, न्यूज़पेपर से देखने से आपको हो जाए। वेरी गुड, टुडे योर परफॉर्मेंस वाज रियली गुड, excellent, excellent, excellent. I think you have one more class tomorrow. Tomorrow same time, I think 7 o'clock. Time has not changed as it is. We'll meet tomorrow. Which subject you want me to ask?
Sir, any subject.
Sometimes I ask from what you are telling. Many times I ask whatever comes before my eyes. I found these things were really useful. Clear tax, जिसमें बहुत कुछ ideas था ना. They were really useful. So very good. Today your performance was good. But why are you feeling sad?
No, sir.
आपका मुख में इतना sadness देख रहा हूँ. Is it because you are not going for a job? Some such feeling?
No. Job तो मिल ही जाएगी सर, थोड़ा लेट मिलेगी लेकिन.
अच्छा, don't feel bad. You will succeed because you are taking efforts. You are preparing sincerely. This will certainly give you this thing. Okay. Best wishes. Read a lot. And above all, थोड़ा comment देने से एक बात बताना है आपको, थोड़ा briefly बताना है. That is only, I think I have told you first day itself. फिर भी I'm repeat. Very good. Best wishes. You are done well. Today 9 out of 10. I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
Don't ask me why, but I feel you have answered very well. Because when I told you to refer into the link I have given, you said I will tell it myself. So that is the confidence. Good. Best wishes. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good. Who is Pragati Rani? You have to come for next class, Natya. Hello, Pragati Rani.
Hello, sir.
Acha, Pragati Rani, you are appearing for which interview?
Sir, for NIACL AO. Good evening, sir.
Acha, good evening. Acha, your timing is 7:30?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will get out of this and then re-log in because abhi khatam ho jayega isliye. Okay, but why did you not answer me earlier when I was asking? Were you not listening
sir,
to
Sir, actually I was muted that time.
अच्छा, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. God bless you. Please re-log in.
Okay.